30 minutes left. Archangel Michael and Jesus says, a letter with shocking news about your inheritance is arriving. You will not believe who sent it. Open it quickly. Archangel Michael says, this is your final warning before everything turns. A letter is moving closer to your home as we speak. It holds something that was hidden from you for years. And the person who sent it is the one you least expect. For 18 years, this truth was kept buried under lies, sealed behind silence, and masked by forced smiles. The moment you open it, your life will be divided into two parts. Before the letter and after the letter. The clock is ticking and you only have 30 minutes left to know everything before the others try to block you again. This letter hasn't reached you yet because of a woman who used to come to your house often dressed in gold and perfume. She promised a man in a brown suit that she would put off your fate. There was a big change in their plan this morning, though. Archangel Michael says, the person who mailed the letter knew they had to move fast. They disguised the envelope in plain wrapping, handwrote your name in blue ink, and delivered it through a private courier so it wouldn't be intercepted. It was sent not with guilt, but with trembling hands and truth, long overdue. You need to know this. Your name is written as the only rightful heir in a document signed by someone who passed away under mysterious circumstances. The signature was hidden in a vault under the name Project L19. The vault was forced open 3 days ago after a divine signal was triggered. The person behind this reveal is no ordinary person. They are tied to your bloodline and yet never told you the truth to protect you. But now their health is deteriorating and they couldn't carry this secret into the grave. A stranger you met once in a hospital hallway is not who they appeared to be. That person was a hired messenger watching your reactions and collecting information on whether you were ready for the truth. When you looked away, they called someone and said they are still blind to the blessing. Comment below if you feel a sudden chill or warmth while reading this. That is not imagination. It is confirmation. Inside the letter is a set of photos. You will see one that was taken when you were only 4, standing next to someone who was removed from your life too early. That photo was used as proof in a court filing that was kept hidden in the shadows of a courtroom. There are fingerprints on that photo. Yours and someone else's. A forensic scan revealed them yesterday, and it matches the DNA of a man who was declared missing, not dead. This man wanted you to have everything. This inheritance is more than money. It is land, property, shares, and a gold vault locked in a private European bank. The access key was coded in an old watch that you once thought was broken, but someone kept fixing that watch without your knowledge. In a hidden camera footage retrieved from a storage unit, a woman can be seen talking to the watch while holding your photo. She was whispering something that resembles an ancient protection prayer in a forgotten language. Her identity is being decoded right now. The letter includes a passcode that must be entered at exactly 3:33 a.m. for a digital safe to open. If missed, the opportunity will expire for 9 more years. The person who timed this made sure it aligned with your spiritual alignment. Inside the safe are not just legal files, but personal journals. One page is marked. Don't let them turn you into what you are not. The page is stained with both wine and tears. It is written in your clear's throat, Father's handwriting. Here is a clause in the inheritance titled "Only if the truth is revealed." That clause was the reason the assets were frozen. A woman tried claiming them, but her voice print did not match the registered audio logs. Comment below if your ears feel heavy or buzzing. The frequency shift is real. Someone reported the incoming letter to the old woman in black. She laughed but immediately stopped when her mirror cracked on its own. She now knows the angels have activated divine protection around you. You may find a folded napkin inside the letter. It looks ordinary, but hidden under its crease is a symbol that unlocks more than you understand. That symbol is currently appearing in ancient caves around the world connected to chosen bloodlines. The person who sent you the letter has used an alias before. Once in 2006 and again in 2017. They were blocked from reaching you each time by 3 people who now live in separate cities but are still watching you. These people are about to face spiritual interrogation. A man who owns a red car has followed the postal van to track the delivery. He doesn't want you to read the contents, but an unexpected event has delayed him. His tires were slashed by invisible hands. Archangel Michael says the letter is now just 2 turns away from your block. A bird you saw earlier was circling not because of confusion but protection. You are being shielded so that nothing distracts you from reading that paper. Another woman is currently trying to pose as your relative to intercept the delivery. She has submitted forged documents to a lawyer in an attempt to reclaim what is yours. But her attempt will be nullified once you read line 7 of page 3. Inside the letter, a psychic who doesn't know you dreamt your full name last night. She woke up and called the number written in a mirror during her vision. That number led to a voicemail recording left by your real relative who said, "If you are hearing this, tell them the time is now." Comment below if you feel goosebumps or tingling fingers. These are divine signs. A man wearing gloves and sunglasses is pacing near the courier hub. He is not a delivery person. He is someone trying to confuse the driver by pretending to be you. The envelope has an invisible watermark that glows under moonlight. That watermark contains coordinates. Those coordinates lead to the place where your family once lived before they vanished. Your inheritance was supposed to be handed to you when you turned 21, but a file labeled Delayed Protocol. Phase 9 stopped it. That file was signed by someone who claimed to love you. Their name has been redacted until now. You once received a random flower bouquet on your birthday. Inside was a card with no name, only a symbol. That same symbol is on the seal of the letter approaching. Now in the courthouse of a forgotten town, a judge signed the release papers without knowing the true beneficiary. His signature will be reversed once you confirm your identity through the unique item attached to the letter. A charm once worn by your mother. The charm was declared lost 12 years ago. Yet, it reappeared inside a safe during a police raid at a woman's house last week. She claimed she found it on the street. She lied. The key to unlocking your full inheritance is remembering the name whispered in your dreams recently. That name holds weight in the documents. Without it, the codes will not activate. Comment if the name just flashed in your mind. It is not coincidence. Your face was recently analyzed in an AI scan used to detect heirs. You passed with 100% match rate to someone who left behind an empire. That empire is now under transfer. The security seal on the letter can only be broken by the true heir's energy. If anyone else opens it, the contents will erase. That is why they are desperate to stop you. Inside the letter is a barcode. That barcode has never been scanned. Until you do, the mystery remains, but once scanned, it will reveal a hidden message recorded 17 years ago just for you. You are being monitored now, not by enemies, but by divine beings, ensuring your alignment. They are adjusting the vibrations around you, making sure your hands are steady when the letter arrives. A delivery man was routed this morning by a light that appeared in front of his vehicle. He swerved, avoided collision, and saw a white feather land on his mirror. That was your signal. A strange occurrence happened 18 minutes ago. The man holding your letter reported hearing a voice whisper your name in his left ear twice. He almost dropped the letter, but something told him to continue delivering it without delay. That voice came from a divine realm. It was a direct command from the spiritual realm watching over you. When the messenger obeyed, the path cleared and the energy around your location began to shift. Comment if you have been feeling anxious, heavy, or overly aware of time lately. That is not just emotion. That is spiritual countdown energy wrapping around you like a divine clock. You are being spiritually awakened for this very moment. Inside the letter is also a legal document titled Final Confession Agreement. It was signed and notarized in the presence of someone who once betrayed you. They now fear what happens once you read the truth. Archangel Michael says your birthright was covered with dust so that you would forget it existed. That dust is now being burned away by divine fire, which shows you golden truths about your name, your rights, and your blood. From the start, you were picked to receive this inheritance. The person who started this inheritance didn't just leave money behind. They left something behind. Something that connects your life to something bigger than money or power. One who loved you but didn't say anything has finally spoken up. And the letter is how they speak. Inside the letter, you might see what looks like faded ink. Hold it up to a candle. An old message will come to light. That message will lead you to the next key, which is hidden in a book you have but have never read. This is a Swiss bank account where your initials are used as the vault passphrase. That account hasn't been touched since. Other people may try to break in, but as soon as you say the phrase written in the letter, it will open. Recently, the woman you thought was your friend tried to change her name. In order to hide her link to the fake will, she did what she did. But the original document was kept safe by someone who wouldn't take money. Let me know if your heart skipped a beat. That's your spirit telling you the truth. On a file called Inheritance Intersection, 3 fingerprints were found. All 3 are people who have recently smiled at you. The truth will come out and none of them will smile. One of them tried to delete your DNA matches digital files. But 3 nights ago, your records were brought back because of a spiritual glitch in the system. That glitch wasn't a mistake. It was a secret miracle. The letter envelope has a black and white picture in it. Feel, snorts, at home. There is a fuzzy figure behind your picture. That person is still alive. Not only money, but also power is what you really inherit. Your family tree is about to be added to a database that only royal and prophetic families can use. When you touch the paper, your hands might shake. That's because the energy it holds is real. It feels the pulse of everyone who once believed in you. Even if they are dead, a woman is watching you right now and acting like she doesn't care about what's going on with you. Her voice was recorded by God because she had already called someone and said if they get that letter, everything we build falls apart. Leave a comment if you've recently dreamed that someone said, "Time's up." That's not just a dream. It proves something. There may be a picture in the letter that you have never seen before. You don't remember the name of the property you're in front of. You own that piece of land. Now, Archangel Michael says, no human-made lock can hold what is being divinely released to you. All legal interference ends today. You are being set apart by a higher decree. 2 months ago, your real relative moved out of a safe house that was used as a hiding place. A box was found inside that had your birthday written on it. There is a key to that box stuck to the back of this letter. Spiritual forces are questioning a woman with blue eyes and short hair. She knows what she did in 2018 to put off your fate. On the back of the letter, her name will be written. Someone who once said something strange about your eyes knew where you were from. That person is linked to the lawyer named in the last paragraph of the letter. Use the code phrase. The tree blooms again. When you call that number, let us know if you have recently seen any strange patterns like 1111 or 333. Let go of your divine alarm. Inside the letter is also a map that shows the land your ancestors owned. The vault below it holds scrolls, gold, and holy objects. Even though it looks empty, you were meant to watch over them. The letter you are about to receive was written by 2 people, one who is dead and one who is still alive. They both knew you would read it someday. Today is that day. At a hotel in a different country, it was hidden in a space behind a mirror. Workers found it when the hotel was being fixed up and sent it to you through diplomatic channels. That's why it took so long. You carry more than memory. You carry the mission. That mission starts now. The letter does more than just tell you who you are. It tells you that you are on the right path. You are not the only one who can suddenly smell roses or feel cold air pass through. The person who forged documents against you just lost a case that had nothing to do with you. That was their divine punishment from the start. Now everything they did to stop you will come apart. There was a white dove on your roof 3 days ago. That was the divine messenger checking out the last route. Since then, everything has been ready for now. The envelope also has a USB stick attached to it. Watch how you plug it in. There will be a 3-minute video of someone calling you by name. They will say if you are watching this, the light never left you. That recording was made on a mountain during a storm. The signal almost got lost, but the divine winds kept it alive. A prayer in a language I don't know ends the video. That language is written in your heart. It will make you feel like you know something deep down. Please let me know if your fingers are warm or if your chest feels tight. You can feel energy. The letter will be here in 9 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Gods have already shown the person delivering it a vision of your face to make sure you are the rightful recipient. There is 1 hair strand sealed inside in wax. Divine Labs will test that strand to make sure you are the one chosen. The results were already known. There will be a soft knock on your door. 3 light taps. Then there was silence. That's the hint. Open it up. Get the letter. Read the words. If you have to cry, but don't wait. Your whole energy field will change as soon as you touch the envelope. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. Michael the Archangel says that you can't fake or hide this shift. It's recognition from heaven. The letter is spiritually locked and only your aura can open it. When your hands touch the paper, a faint golden shimmer will show up all over it. Yes, that proves that divine power has moved from the past to the present. You're not just a recipient. You are now carrying on a holy tradition. There were tears in the eyes of the person who wrote the last paragraph of the letter. They didn't think they'd ever be brave enough to send it. But in a dream last week, someone from heaven came to them and told them, now is the time. Clear's throat, let us know if your heart just thudded one more time. Your soul just responded to a memory that your mind hasn't thought about yet. There is a small mark on the back flap of the envelope that looks like a half circle, half sword. This is an old symbol that has been seen in families that are thought to have spiritual powers. People who knew about your family history tried to hide the fact that you were born into it. There is a silver paperclip with a second note inside the letter. Someone wrote that note because they knew you were meant for more, but never had the courage to tell you. Their words will hurt, peel, and wake you up all at the same time. They said, forgive me for the delay, but everything hidden must now be seen. They are not asking for pity. They are preparing you for authority. You were always meant to lead, not follow. The inheritance letter contains not just items and codes, but truths. Truths about why certain people suddenly left your life, why you were never told about the estate, why others felt threatened by your very presence. You were spiritually protected from knowing too soon. If you had discovered it before now, the forces surrounding you weren't strong enough. But today, everything is in alignment. A red stamp on the last page reads, Divine Release Approved. That stamp showed up out of the blue overnight at the courthouse where your case was thrown out. The clerk said they didn't put it there, but it lit up when it was turned on. Leave a comment if your skin is cold or if you blink a lot. The reason is that your spirit senses are fully awake. There were strange events reported by the post office. There were 3 close calls that the van carrying your letter barely missed every time a bird flew by the window. The taxi driver had no idea that those birds were your ancestors in the form of angels. You've been getting calls from a confidential number. That number is linked to an old family line that died out in the 1960s. The records have been shown to them. They know where you are now. You dreamed that your name was given to an old man in a retirement home. He said he would only talk when you got there. He has held on to that letter for 46 years and is now ready to tell you his part of the story. The enclosed financial records show 5 unknown accounts where your signature has been faked. One of them has been closed since then, but not before God stopped a transfer somehow. You have the right to a full recovery. You will also get a gold pin that says 227 in it. That number comes from adding up your birth chart and the date your inheritance was legally put on hold. The person who did the math has died, but the message was found in a prayer box last week. Feel free to say what that number means to you. Right now, synchronicity is talking. The van with the packages is now 5 homes away. For a moment, it looked like the driver felt something. The driver glanced in the mirror, saw light pass through the clouds, and whispered, "Something big is happening today." Archangel Michael says, "Even the wind knows your name today." The trees outside your window are standing still, not from calm, but reverence. The moment you break the seal, all your ancestors will rise in celebration. The woman who intercepted your first inheritance letter in 2009 now lives alone. She was approached by spirits recently and confessed to a nurse. The nurse wrote down the confession and hid it in a drawer labeled emergency. The drawer was open today. The confession matches what is written in the letter arriving to you now. "Good voodoo," she wrote. "I thought if I kept it hidden, they had never rise again. But now they have, and so will you. The couch you sit on, the cup you drink from, the clothes you wear, all carry energy. That energy is being recalibrated right now to prepare your body for what your spirit has already claimed." The letter's paper was soaked in sacred water before being sealed. That is why you may feel warm from it. This is not symbolic. It is literal spiritual heat emanating from divine truth. The seal is embedded with a tiny red thread. That thread was taken from a robe worn during your naming ceremony as a baby. That robe was hidden after your real name was nearly erased from family memory. Comment if you feel like crying without knowing why. Your soul is remembering what your body forgot. Inside the letter, it is written, "You are the one we waited for." And indeed, you are. You were never late. You were being positioned. A distant cousin tried to sell a property connected to your inheritance, but was stopped by lightning that struck the property line itself. That was not weather. That was divine rejection of their scheme. The person who protected this letter carried it with them during every storm. They whispered your name to it each time. They feared it might be taken. The ink smudges on the bottom are their silent prayers. On one of the inner pages, there is a list of blessings meant for you but diverted to others. That list will shock you. You will recognize names and wonder how they had what should have been yours. But don't feel bitterness, feel power. Because now every blessing is returning. The moment you read the names on that list, your eyes may widen not from disbelief but from recognition. These are the same people who suddenly prospered while you struggled. Now the transfer of divine justice has begun and the reversal cannot be stopped. The letter contains coordinates leading to a cabin deep in the forest where documents were signed in secret. A trusted guardian placed copies of everything there in a metal lockbox. You will be given access once you say the phrase written in the letter's margin. Comment below if your breathing has changed or you feel lightheaded. It is because your destiny is aligning with truth in real time. In the final envelope is a tiny pressed flower petal. It once rested between the pages of a diary written, clear's throat, by someone who loved you, but had to vanish. That flower was kept alive for years in sacred oils and prayers. Its scent may trigger a flash of memory you didn't know you carried. The person who planned to steal your inheritance sent a message last night. It was intercepted before reaching the lawyer. That message said they must not find the key. But the key has already been spiritually revealed. You may feel the urge to cry when you read the final line. Let the tears come. They are sacred. Your tears will unlock spiritual codes in the air around you that only respond to raw truth and emotional release. The woman with red nails who smiled too wide at your last gathering. She already knows the letter has been sent. She consulted someone to try and delay the energy, but her ritual failed because your energy field was surrounded by heavenly flames. Your inheritance includes a necklace with a hidden microchip. The chip contains a voice recording from a person who never stopped believing in you. When you play it, their voice will say your name 3 times, followed by the words, "Now go be who you are." Comment if you are feeling a pull in your chest. It is your soul awakening to what was always meant to return to you. The van is now pulling into your street. The engine paused. The driver took a breath. Somewhere across realms, trumpets sounded, but not everyone could hear them. You could. Archangel Michael says, the darkness that tried to erase your name has already surrendered. They don't know it yet, but their power was revoked the moment you decided to rise. That is why everything around you feels different, because you are. There will be a gold seal stamped with initials you have never seen before. Those initials belong to your great-grandmother, whose legacy was quietly removed from family history. Her spirit has returned now, not to haunt but to deliver. You will learn the meaning of your true name. Not the one you were given to fit in, but the one that commands light. That name is inscribed inside the folds of the letter behind the bank transfer document. A butterfly will fly past your window at the exact moment the letter is handed to you. The butterfly will hover, pause, and then disappear into the sky. Watch it. It carries the soul of someone who watches you from the other side. The seal may seem hard to break, but don't be afraid. Your hands will glow as you open it. Even if you don't see it with your physical eyes, the spiritual world will see it and rejoice. The pen used to write the signature inside that letter was dipped in the ink of rare celestial flowers. That ink was blessed during a prayer ritual at midnight. That is why the words flow with power even in silence. Inside there is a list titled Air Affirmation. Read each line aloud. As you do, invisible locks on your inheritance will begin to open. You will feel it. Yes, you will feel the air shift. Comment below if your palms feel heavy or your feet warm. Your body is preparing for the reception of legacy light. The neighbor you barely speak to has been spiritually instructed to protect your home during the handoff. She doesn't even know why she feels the urge to stay near her window. But she is part of the divine watchtower today. The clock now says 4 minutes left. Everything is time. The breeze outside, the hush of the birds that chill down your back. None of it is random. They are divine signals confirming this is your moment. A dog may bark in the distance, or a child might laugh unexpectedly. Those are not just sounds. They are echoes of joy from angels celebrating the fulfillment of prophecy. You were once the forgotten. Now you are the first. On the outer corner of the letter is a barcode. The code will lead to a digital vault containing video recordings, photos, land deeds, and a scanned message from a person who died thinking you had never find out. But they know now, they are watching and they are at peace. Comment. If you feel warmth on the left side of your body, it is the angels gathering information. The delivery is now just one house away. A man holding it sees a feather float from the sky. He doesn't understand it, but that feather carries the final permission to release your destiny. A phone will ring somewhere in your house after you open the letter. Don't ignore it. The voice on the other end will confirm they always knew you would be found. There is no longer anything standing in the way of your divine inheritance. No curse, no paid work, no manipulation, no delay. Heaven has intervened and the records have been directed. As you open the door, time may seem to freeze for a brief second. That is because the spiritual and physical dimensions are now overlapping. You are standing in the exact moment of breakthrough. Your hand will extend. Your fingers will grasp the envelope and your heart may race. That is how destiny feels when it is finally delivered. Not through words, but through trembling in truth. The person who smiles at you today holding the letter was chosen unknowingly by God. They will never understand why they were picked to deliver it. But their role was divine. Comment. If you feel like this message was written exactly for you because it was, the letter is now yours. Your inheritance is no longer waiting. It has arrived. Open it, read every word, and become who you were always meant to be. The moment your fingers peel back the envelope seal, time will echo in waves. The paper may feel thin, but it carries the weight of lifetimes. Promises made long ago. Justice delayed but never denied. Your destiny has never been closer. And now it is pressed against your palm. Inside the letter, beyond all legal documents and hidden truths, there is a handwritten sentence in bold black ink. You are not who they said you are. You are who God knows you are. That one sentence is enough to rewrite every lie, every delay, and every chain that tried to bind you. This letter holds freedom. Not just the kind you see in courtrooms or banks, but freedom from fear, manipulation, and small thinking. It is the evidence of the divine verdict in your favor. The energy is shifting the moment your eyes fall upon that truth. The name of the woman who blocked this truth from reaching you years ago is finally revealed on the bottom corner of the 3rd page. You may recognize it. You may feel shock or even betrayal. But the truth will cut like lightning and it will also cleanse. This name has shown up before on envelopes, signatures, maybe even at family dinners. And yet every time they smiled at you, they knew they were standing on stolen blessings. But now justice has caught up. Comment if you felt sudden heat in your forehead. It means your crown is being activated by truth. Inside the letter is a small piece of fabric. It once belonged to a ceremonial robe worn by your great-grandfather. That robe was believed to have burned in a fire, but a hidden portion was preserved in secret. It now passes to you as both legacy and shield. This fabric is more than cloth. It is a symbol of protection, of divine coverage through every battle. Hold it close. Carry it with you when you step into what is rightfully yours. It will whisper courage to your spirit. There is also a second folded note inside, a whisper of love from someone who passed on. Clear's throat, you will know their writing instantly. They speak to your soul as if they never left. And truly, they haven't. They say, I always knew you would get here. If you're reading this and crying, that's not a sign of weakness. It's your soul breathing a sigh of relief. Archangel Michael says, everything that tried to delay your moment has failed. The evil plans that were written behind closed doors have been burned up by God's fire. You are no longer being set up. You are in place. Please let me know if your knees are shaking or if your hands feel light. It is the spiritual transition manifesting in your body. You may find a folded map beneath the documents. That map points to a storage unit once rented under an alias that belonged to your bloodline. Inside it are relics, letters, photos, and one item that will prove everything the letter has said. You will be guided to open that unit, not by GPS, but by spirit. The path will clear for you. The locks will give way, and once you cross the threshold, your inheritance will no longer be a document. It will become your new reality. One of the pages inside the letter includes a phone number. That number only works when dialed by your hand. When you call it, a recording will play. It begins. We have been waiting for you. Comment if your body suddenly feels lighter. Your burdens are lifting with every passing word. A small golden symbol is printed on the last line of the letter. It is an emblem from an ancient family order connected to spiritual guardianship that Mark hath been missing for decades until now. Your DNA, once tested secretly in a clinic you never visited, was matched against ancient family archives. The results came back divine. You are the chosen continuation. That report is now in your hands. You were never abandoned. You were hidden. And today the revealing is complete. The last page carries one more sentence. Handwritten, slow, heavy. Don't let anyone take this from you again. Rise now. This yours, and rise you will. This isn't just a letter. This is your scroll of destiny unsealed. Now walk into your inheritance and don't look back. The energy around you shifts again, more intense than before. It is no longer just spiritual. It is becoming physical. Every vibration in your room is aligning with your birthright because the heavens have signed off on your name. Archangel Michael says the chains are broken. The veil is taken away. The silence is over. You no longer want what is already yours. You are now getting it in full. You might see a light nearby flickering. That's not made of electricity. It is the presence of an angel confirming that the divine task has been completed. It was told to them to stay with you until the inheritance got to you safely. The phone you've been using might buzz without telling you. It's not a signal from a tower. It comes from a realm. Right now, you are in a state of divine favor where time bends to help you move forward. If your eyes are cloudy, your shoulders feel warm, or your legs feel weak, these are signs that your ancestors are proud of you. Their voices kept repeating as their hands stretched out. It's finally done. There may be one more hidden fold on the back cover of the letter. Do not pass it by. The most holy part of this moment is inside. A short prayer that your grandfather or grandmother wrote. Words that were given to you like spiritual DNA. They wrote, "You may have forgotten who you are, but we never did." 1,000 years of tears and prayers went into that sentence. It says, let it pour into you. Let it break you open and then let it rebuild you. There is also a real key inside that fold. The thing is small, old, and rusty, but its power is alive. It doesn't make a building open. It opens a vault from the past. That safe isn't in a bank. It is in a private estate that has a code name that comes from your initials. You are the only person who has the right to breathe in that air. Let us know if your heart is racing, your skin is tingling, or you just remembered a place from your childhood that felt different. It was never just a house. That was a place where fate met. There are 3 things in this vault: a legal claim to land, a priceless family heirloom, and a letter from a long-lost friend or family member. The letter was signed and dated with your name at the end. There is also a medallion about the size of your thumb that is attached to a red thread. Your ancestors used it in religious ceremonies to show that power was being passed on. That medallion hasn't been seen by the sun in 73 years. But now it's back in your hands. As you hold it, flashes may come to you, including memories that aren't yours, voices you haven't heard before, and names that feel like they belong. That is because you are getting knowledge from your ancestors. It's in your blood. You are now the ship. You have a bigger inheritance than you thought. You can't sit on it like a throne, use it like a weapon, or change the terms of a blessing. It was always meant to be yours. So now it is. The wait is finally over. If you feel pressure behind your neck or a flutter in your stomach, please let us know. These are signs from God that are showing up in your senses. The last page of the letter has more than just a name written on it. Some people in your family are the only ones who know what the symbol means. That circle was broken up by betrayal. But you are making it whole again. The betrayal that used to stand in the way of your destiny is now gone. Every fake document has disappeared from existence. Every false claim is being taken back, and courts of heaven have already ruled in your favor. You're moving from being unknown to being in charge. There's no magic here. This is fixing things up. You've lived long enough, and now you will get something. The person who said you'd never have anything is already seeing you achieve great things. They can feel the change. They can feel the power going away. They may even try to get in touch with you. Do not answer. It's no longer their time to rule. From today on, your story will no longer be told in whispers or rumors, but in big spiritual headlines. Somebody will say that your life changed overnight. Tell us if you just got chills or saw a light flash out of the corner of your eye. That's your angel confirming this message. The person who broke up with you too soon will feel bad about it, but you won't be angry. You will be in charge. You can use this letter as a scroll. Your scroll is also your sword. Go to a mirror now. Take a look. You show it. The prophecy has come true. This is what the blessing said. You can keep the inheritance. Take a deep breath. Know this as you stand there with the letter in your hand, the mirror in front of you, and the air still. You're not the same person you were before you opened it. You have been turned on. Not by accident or chance, but because God planned it that way. Archangel Michael says, heaven waited for this day. Your ancestors waited. Even the earth itself groaned under the weight of what was denied to you. But now the scroll is open. The silence is broken and the shift has been made. If you feel your heart racing, if tears are falling without reason, if your soul feels as though it is expanding, do not be afraid. That is your spiritual system realigning to the legacy vibration you were born to carry. It is happening in you right now. Comment if the air around you suddenly feels different. It has. The portal between destiny and delay has closed. You are now walking in a timeline that cannot be stopped. The divine realms are watching. They are singing. Your name is being echoed across heavens. It is being sewn back into sacred family records that were stripped clean in the past by manipulation and greed. Your last name will carry weight again. Your signature will hold power. Your decisions from this moment will not only affect you but the future generations linked to your legacy. Inside the letter, one phrase was underlined 3 times. When they remember who they are, the land will remember who it belongs to. That land is remembering now. A spiritual explosion is happening as you accept this truth. Every cursed word spoken over you is being erased. Every financial blockage is being lifted. Every forgotten seed planted by your ancestors is now beginning to bloom in real time. You were never poor. You were plenty. And now that your time has come, everything around you will begin to respond in alignment. You will see doors open without knocking. People will bless you without understanding why. The medallion inside the letter was not just an object. It was a divine key. And now that it is in your hand, realms are unlocking themselves before you. Go forward. The air is clear. The battle is over. Come if a memory suddenly returns. A name, a house, a moment. That is your spirit touching the thread of history that is now being rewoven. The name written in the fine print on the inner fold of the letter etched in ink that nearly faded is someone you thought was against you, but they weren't. They were protecting you from behind the scenes. This person was assigned by God to walk beside you silently. They took hits for you. They hid your name in divine ledgers when the enemy tried to erase it. They passed away with only one regret, that they wouldn't see you crowned. But today you have become their joy. And in the spirit realm they are dancing. The letter also includes a tiny charm that fits into a necklace you found as a child. You didn't know its meaning then, but now you do. That necklace was the first spiritual marker of who you truly are. Comment if you feel a pulse in your palms. That is divine energy flowing through your lineage into your now. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our COEF community, by doing so, you become part of Jesus, a plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. The page in the letter is titled Balance Restored. It lists names and dates, moments where you were cheated, overlooked, lied to. Each line has now been stamped in red, reversed. You are not just getting back what you lost. You are receiving double for what you endured. The courts of man may not honor it, but the courts of heaven already did. The man who once mocked you for having nothing is now watching the shift. He cannot explain what is happening. He only knows your name keeps appearing in places where it never used to. The person who forged documents against your inheritance is now facing the unraveling. Their lawyers are backing out. Their signatures are being invalidated. Their witnesses are going silent. Meanwhile, the documents in your hands are glowing with justice. You may not see the light with your eyes, but the realm of angels sees it. They know you are now protected at the highest spiritual level. This inheritance isn't just for comfort. It is for purpose. You are being entrusted with something that generations before you prayed would survive. It is arriving now. It thrives and you carry it forward. Comment if your breathing just slowed. It is your soul finding rest in the truth. At the bottom of the final page in the envelope is a gold symbol drawn by hand. That symbol is the sacred stamp of your family's first patriarch. It was recreated based on visions seen by prophets and sealed in dreams seen by those sensitive to time. Your name is now beside that symbol. You are the new continuation. You are the fulfillment of prayers never spoken aloud. You are the answer to a silent promise whispered by someone as they took their last breath. And you, yes, you are now unshakable. Your next step is sacred. Walk boldly to be carefully. Carry everything wisely. The letter has been opened. Your inheritance has been claimed. Let heaven, earth, and all enemies now know you are not forgotten. You are not stolen. You are now restored and nothing can ever be the same again. As you fold the letter back carefully, something awakens deeper in your spirit. It is not fear. It is not confusion. It is recognition. Recognition that every pain, every delay, every betrayal, every sleepless night has led exactly here to this divine moment of return. Archangel Michael says, you are now carrying a scroll of fire in your soul. This gift is more than just money, items, or memories. No one, not a person, not a demon, not even a force, can take it away from you. You might feel hotness moving up your chest and into your throat. That's not just feeling. That is the spark of a generational fire in you. Before you, people dreamed of this moment and now you are living it for them. Let us know if your skin looks and feels like it's glowing from the inside out. That's the glory that's on you. There was a reason for the sound you heard outside. It was heaven nodding. Whether it was a knock, a wind chime, a sudden silence, or the soft hum of electricity, it is true that the divine seal exists. The letter works now. The safety around you lasts forever. Now you walk around with a code that can't be copied. There is a small worn piece of fabric from your great-aunt's prayer shawl in the envelope. It was carefully wrapped. She said your name every night in front of the stars. That cloth has oil on it from the tears you shed when you were a baby. Put it on your forehead. Take a deep breath in. That smells like a prophecy come true. The piece of the red wax seal that was on the back of the letter was melted over a flame that hadn't been put out in 22 years. In a secret monastery. That flame was kept alive for one reason, to mark the return of the rightful heir. You are that heir. It's possible that you've never seen your name written in gold before. Soon, someone will give you a paper with your name on it, say something in public, or offer something official. This time, it will sound different. It's going to sound strong. Let me know if your heart has stopped beating. The moment is being held still by heaven for you. Inside the letter behind the ribbon, you can also find a black chip. It has a video on it. It's a man's voice that says, I knew you would find this. I only wish I could have seen your eyes when you opened them in silence. But your spirit will roar in the silence. You are not only receiving, you are also being given tasks. This inheritance comes with duties. Someone who wants to help you will get in touch with you soon. They have no idea why. They only know that they should in human form. They are part of your activation team and have been told by God to help you rise. Archangel Michael says, your enemies have already been notified in the spirit. Some are panicking. Others are preparing to leave quietly. But no matter what they do, they cannot stop what has already begun. You are no longer at the mercy of others. You are now operating under divine mercy, and that is unshakable. Comment if the room feels warmer, brighter, or more still than before. That is the spiritual download finishing its course. The shoes you wear tomorrow will carry new authority. Where you walk will respond to your presence. Even animals may react differently. Babies may smile. Strangers may pose. Doors may open that were once sealed. You are not imagining it. You are stepping into something ancient, holy, and deeply personal. Your inheritance is your evidence. Your evidence is your elevation. Your elevation is now visible. A distant cousin is about to confess the truth. She has been burdened with guilt for years, but could never face you now that the letter has surfaced. She will either break her silence or disappear from your life. Let her go. Whether she confesses or not, truth no longer needs permission. Disinheritance has cleared the fog. The spiritual courtroom is closed. The verdict is stamped. The angels have filed it in heaven's archives. You are victorious. You were born for this. You were broken to understand it. You are now blessed to walk in it. Comment if tears will not stop falling. That is not sadness. That is sacred joy finally touching ground. The final part of the letter instructs you to burn a specific page, not out of disrespect, but to release the weight of the past. The page contains the names of those who tried to steal, lie, or block your light. The flame will cleanse the timeline they tried to corrupt as the page turns to ash. Say nothing. Just watch it. The energy will shift again. You will feel it. Your shoulders will drop. Your neck will loosen. Your jaw will unclench. This is called release. And it is the final act of the divine transfer. Now, as you stand in this fullness, know that your story has turned. Heaven has abdicated your file. Earth has cleared your name. Hell has lost access to your lineage. You are now the keeper of sacred blood, sacred rights, and sacred calling. You are no longer just someone in the family. You are the family. You are the reason the line survives. You are the one they knew would come. And walk now with your head lifted, your name restored, and your inheritance finally in your hands. It is sealed. It is sacred. It is yours. You now is your chance. This is the miracle for you in the spiritual realm. I now ask you to make it official. Feel free to write these words in the comments. My miracle is here. I get it now. It is not. I hope it comes, or maybe one day. It is a claim of ownership, a faith statement that makes what heaven has already approved happen. Your angels are aware of this. Your blessing stays put. Heaven is now awaiting your response because you stayed until the end. Write it down right now and take what is already yours. Do one last thing before you leave. It will make everything you have received tonight even better. Spread this message and tell everyone about this breakthrough. Finally, beloved, I need you to do something that will change everything from now on if you haven't already, to join this prophetic community and stay connected to divine messages. It is the fastest way to ensure you never miss the direct personalized messages that are specifically meant for you. Your miracle is already in motion. Heaven is watching and the angels are ready. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He is extending his hand and inviting you into a protected high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you will not just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. By accepting this invitation right now and joining our community through the pinned link, you are unlocking immediate early access to powerful content and divine insights that are hidden from the general world. Now is your chance to enter a sacred space where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this sacred moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our community immediately through the exclusive link pinned in the comments. This is how you guarantee you never miss the direct personalized messages that are specifically meant to elevate and empower your life. If you desire to deepen your connection, the exclusive link to join our community is waiting for you in the pinned comment. Your presence, attention, energy, and support already mean the world. Take the step and join us today. Your abundance awaits. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you on this platform," every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens.